us probably 4 or 5 years ago now. Primarily what they're in the business of is any sort of agricultural or light industrial, homesteading, commercial growing, sometimes just ranching. They make a variety of different heavy industrial tools, replacement parts, and components that users can self-service and self-manage. So they decided it was worthwhile to build out not just a parts site, but also a unit sales site where users can come in and they can actually see all the different parts that Braver Equipment has for sale. They can look through different items, pull up those items, see prices, see inventory availability, and see all the descriptions and imagery necessary to give them a good idea of looking at. So Transfer Flow is a manufacturer of, probably the best way to think of them is aftermarket extension fuel tanks for pickup trucks and small semi trucks, primarily for people who might be doing RVing or livestock transportation. So on their storefront, it was very important to have users be able to not only find different refueling tank systems and accessories, but also be able to go through the process of making selections of certain vehicles beyond just your usual make, model, submodel, but actually going into the particular elements of a vehicle and high degrees of specificity to get down to just those tanks that would fit that really particular vehicle that's been configured. So Veloci's actually been with us for probably 8 or 9 years. What they do is they manufacture different pressure nozzles for high pressure washer systems, whether for cleaning or automotive, or in some cases for process treatments. So on their site, it's actually strictly a business-to-business storefront. Users who are logged in and authenticated can go through, find the different products they have for sale, reference images, and most importantly, have access to account information and details around their relationship with Veloci, including seeing their sales rep and seeing all their ongoing order activity and invoicing. So Gunite's actually a pretty brand new customer. They actually went live just a few months ago. What they manufacture is any sort of shotcrete product that you would need when you're building large concrete embankments or security walls. So as any person on the web, whether I'm an existing account or a new account, I can go through, I can find their different products and accessories, I can go through their site, see pricing and inventory availability. So if I'm a contractor trying to build out a job and find a part for myself, or if I'm an existing customer, I can go through and place orders. Sy-Klone, they're a kind of mining and construction company. Primarily all they build is filter systems. So you can think of, engines, cabs, different kind of life support systems in those kind of environments with high particulate matter. Users can go through and make selections of different kind of use cases and needs, find different products. They're usually going to be either chemical products, or like in this case, covers for filters, and users can see quick ship pricing as well as standard lead times and other attributes around the items. So Merritt Controls came to us. What they do is they build human input devices for heavy machinery. So think of like a cab on a forklift or a backhoe or an excavator of some sort. Whether that joystick or that seat or the foot pedals, they're the ones who actually manufacture those different components. And what they realized as a company is that a huge amount of their human time with their sales team was getting diverted into what they called, service sales. So a guy who bought a joystick 25 years ago needs a new potentiometer. He calls the sales rep that happens to still work there and wastes his time for an hour and a half over, a $30 potentiometer when that guy could be working on a huge deal for John Deere or Caterpillar instead. So we built out a storefront where those sorts of users can come in. They can look at all the spare parts Merritt Controls sells. They can go through the process of identifying what joystick or other component they own and getting right into those actual items that fit those particular joysticks and see their prices, the inventory availability accumulated through all of Merritt Controls' warehouse, and all the details they would want around that individual part, whether it was any literature they need to access or spare part diagrams. They could pull those up and reference them at just a click and be able to hopefully resolve their own questions without. And we are pulling all of those prices out of the actual ERP system. And then this item pricing you're seeing here is actually all the pre-permutated prices out of the ERP system. So we pulled every single customer's price, and because I'm logged in as this customer here, I can actually see my different quantity rig pricing coming out of the ERP. We do sync that on a scheduled basis, so it's up to date on its own.